Hello everyone. So this is about how to address concentration issues while studying. See, the thing is, we all get tensed and we all lose our focus sometimes. Sometimes because of noisy neighbor, sometimes because of internal turmoil, etc., etc. But the thing is, what happens? Sometimes people start changing their room, right? But you cannot change your room all the time, right? That is not a permanent fix. And UPSC is an exam which demands a certain number of hours of focus, right? And whatever hours you are studying, the amount of focus has to be there, right? And not even UPSC, any exam you prepare, a certain number of, what do you say, a certain number of hours of total focus is needed. Even if total focus is not there, 70-80% focus is needed, right? So what we can do, see, there are four major things which I have focused on, or which I have concentrated on, which you can do because it has helped me, it has helped a lot of other people also, and maybe it will help you also. So I've focused on four major aspects. Lots and lots of other things can be done as well, but now first of all, right now, let's talk about these four major aspects. Fine. Okay. Nothing is, first thing which you can do is you can use white noise. What is white noise? If you Google white noise, you will realize that white noise is nothing, but even a fan running is a white noise, a waterfall falling is a white noise. So what it does, it helps you relax and it cut all the unnecessary sounds from outside, right? It will help you a lot. And unlike songs, people generally listen songs also while studying, but what happens? Songs have different pitch, right? It sometimes goes up and down, right? But in white noise, pitch is always somewhat constant, so it helps you in study and it helps a lot, right? So do try it. I personally prefer alpha waves. I have a 1 hour music of alpha waves where again the pitch is very constant and I can do whatever I want to do, and it helps a lot in concentrating. So the first and foremost thing is you can use white noise. You can even use white noise to sleep if you have a noisy neighbor or something like that, and you can use white noise to study also. It helps a lot, right? Second thing is Pomodoro technique. In earlier videos also I've talked about Pomodoro technique, and what happens now, maximum research says that our concentration capability is around 25 to 30 minutes. So after that, whenever you study for 25-30 minutes, take a 5-minute break, right? But the thing is, you have to ensure, and this is a very important point, you have to ensure that 5-minute break which you are taking doesn't become a 50-minute break or a 5-hour break, right? That has to be 5-minute break. Discipline needs to be there, right? Okay, now thing is, this is the second thing which you can do. You can apply Pomodoro technique. Some people feel that now, if they are in the flow, they study for 1-2 hours. But what happens after that 1-2 hours? What will happen? I will tell you, because I have also faced that scenario. So after 1-2 hours, you will start watching certain videos, or you will start doing certain things which will again take 1 and 2 hours of yours. So you have done 1 and 2 hours of study, and then you will do 1 and 2 hours of rest click work, right? Or leisure work, which has no relation with your study, right? So that is the problem. So if you apply Pomodoro technique, you will study for 25-30 minutes, and then you will only waste 5 minutes. So all in all, if you will see, so that is a positive thing. You will add something to your hours. So do try it. Most people now know about Pomodoro technique, but I thought maybe I will put it because this is very important and it helps a lot, right? It is not a hearsay. It is totally scientific. So that is the second thing. What is the third thing you can do? You can do the toughest thing in the morning. Whenever your morning starts, if you are a morning person or a night person, doesn't matter. Whenever you wake up in the morning, do the toughest thing. So if you feel like you're reading optional and suppose you're reading history optional and you're doing previous year questions of Vedic era and you feel like that is a tough thing, so do that first. Or if you think that you have to cover four Hindu paper day at that particular day, right? Like from 7th December to 10th December, anything. So if you think that is the toughest thing for you, so do that thing first, what do you say, as a first priority in the morning. So that will help, right? So what happens now, that way you will have energy and focus even in the evening, as most of your important works will be done by then. So that also helps. Mind also plays certain tricks on you. So if you do these things, mind will be relaxed, right? You can do yoga also, you can do breathing exercise also. That also helps a lot in relaxing your mind and keeping out unnecessary thoughts. And if your unnecessary thoughts you don't have, right, then your mind will focus more, right? So those are the three things. The last thing is just start a work. Sometimes what happens now, what we do, we think like, yeah, we'll do this particular thing 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later, and then we don't do it, right? So don't do that. Just start the work. Once you start the work, now you will get the necessary focus and everything else will be left behind. So just start. Right? Procrastination is bad for us. It is not bad for everyone. See, if you are an author, if you're writing a book, so for you, procrastination is very good because then only thoughts will come. But right now, you're not an author, you're preparing for certain exam. So for you, procrastination is bad. Don't procrastinate. Start a work, and after that, focus will come on its own. Don't worry that I'm not in the mood to study, so I will not study. Nobody is ever in the mood to study. Nobody likes to study, right? But once you start studying, everything will take care of itself, right? So those are certain aspects which I wanted to cover. Most of the people know all these things, but still I wanted to share it, right? So maybe it will help you. Thank you.